So this is the how-to video for the Mother's Day tiles. So today I'm going to show you one design that I offered. So yours may be a little bit different. You may have a flower, your words may be longer. Whatever it is, the same basic concept is going to go for each one of these designs when you apply it. So first and foremost, grab your glass. You'll probably want to grab some Windex or some sort of cleaner. Just give it a good clean before you start. Just get any fingerprints off of it. It is glass, so just make sure that you're being careful with it. And then set out your vinyl. So the first thing I always tell people to do is just dry fit it. So basically that means grabbing it before you do anything else with it, putting it together, kind of getting an idea in your brain of what it's going to look like. One of the big things is if you have the one with the flower on it, so where the O is a flower, you'll want to lay down your first layer, which is your mom layer, and you have the center of the flower right here. You'll want to take your flower piece and just fit it over it. Make sure that, because your flower is going to fit over that O, just make sure that it lines up. If your piece is too high up and your O is here and you fit your flower, it's not going to fit. So once you get all the vinyl laid, you can't bring it back up. So you just want to make sure before you even start that you have that mom piece pretty centered where that O is, and that your flower is going to fit in over it and not be up there or up there. So once you have everything kind of dry fit in place, you'll start with your first layer, which is going to be the layer that's going to be at the very bottom. So that's going to be the bases of the words, the ones that say mom, grandma, whatever your base word is. All of these vinyls are pre-peeled, like all my vinyl that I do when I do workshops. So it shouldn't need too much convincing to come off of the transfer, but if you have, you know, a flat edge or something, I always say credit cards or even just your finger, go around and then just get the edges really good. And then when you start peeling, I always say peel from an angle and peel down. Like I said, it should come off pretty easily. I pre-peel everything for you guys to make this super easy. And then you're gonna kind of eyeball it, decide where you want it. If you are one of those perfectionist people and you wanna measure this out, I have absolutely no problem with that. I just normally don't, because I am just not that person. That's not a bad thing. That's just who I am. So that looks about good there. You lay that down, then you just go around and do kind of what you just did again on the vinyl pieces to get them to stick to that glass. And then when you're ready to peel, grab the edge, pull up from an angle just like you did when you were peeling it off the first time. There we go. So once you have that on there, just go around. You can press down. If for some reason when you're laying this, it doesn't go down flat and you get little bubbles, like I think I have one right there, you can just go over it, try to work it to the edge. If it will not budge, if you get a tiny little needle or something and you just poke the bubble, then you can press it down and you're not even gonna see it. So just in case you do end up with some bubbles, it's a-okay. So the next thing that's gonna go on for me is gonna be my paw. Like I said, if you have that flower, your flower is gonna go on next. So let me just get that stuck. And like I said, it's all pre-peeled, so it should come off pretty easily. Right there looks good. Voila. All right, now on to the words. So the words are a little bit intricate, so you'll just want to probably give that a really good smush down there. The smaller and more intricate the lettering is, obviously, the more delicate and the more gentle and slow we want to go with the peel. So when you start, go from the angle. Just make sure your edges are lifting up. If for some reason it isn't lifting, lay it back down completely, go to that area and rub that area back over. You never ever want to, as you're peeling, say you have an area stuck there, start trying to get it with your nail or anything else. That vinyl's super delicate and it's going to just like fold over on each other, and once you're folded over, you're French toast. So When you're peeling, if it doesn't come up, just lay the whole design back down. I know sometimes it's a bummer because you'll be at the very end and you're like, no, but lay the whole thing back down and go to that little trouble spot and always go from the top. So start peeling slowly, peel at an angle. Like I said, this is all pre-peeled for you. It shouldn't be too much of a pain. There we go. And then you're just gonna kind of want to line this up. So when I'm doing these, I've had a couple where I'm like, do I want the heart in the middle or do I want my letters lined up? So that's gonna be completely up to you. These words aren't so bad because the first word is so much longer that even if I put the heart in the middle, it's not gonna fit. But the last one I did, it was pretty darn close where it was just gonna be off a little. I decided to just even out the letters on the word and not so much try to put the heart in the middle, but that's going to be completely up to you. I think either way is going to look okay. So once you decide where you want it, just place it on down. Give it a little lovin'. And then once again, you can pull from an edge, pull at an angle, go slowly. Once again, if it's not sticking, put it back down. Give it a good rub from the top. And voila, look at that. Beautiful. It's all right. Questions, concerns, just give me a holler. And as always, once you get done with your project, before you give it to mom or grandma or whoever is getting it, or maybe you're keeping it for yourself, throw a picture up on the Facebook page. I love to see everyone's creations.